good word? This is your boy BlogXilla, and you're watching another episode of the No Judgment Zone. You might recognize this guy sitting next to me. It's Adewale. He's been in Thor. He's been in he's on Lost, Oz, and a bunch. The Inevitable Defeat with Mr. MP, which was produced by Alicia Keys and stars Jennifer Hudson. Yep. And he's also in an upcoming movie called Pompeii, which comes out February 2014, and it seems amazing. Like, what was it like working with my man Jon Snow, Kit?
It was cool, man. Kit's a great actor, great guy, and you know, the project is great. I mean, obviously it's historical phenomenon, disaster, wiped out the whole of Pompeii. True story. And against that, there's these great characters. I play this character called Atticus, who is the champion gladiator of Pompeii. And in Rome at that time, a gladiator could earn his freedom if he won a certain amount of fights. So I've got one more fight before I'm a free man, and that fight happens to be with none other than Mr. Jon Snow, Kit Harrington. And so we're housed in this cell together before we, you know, many days before we kill each other. So there's this wonderful tension that develops between us as we feel each other out and know that we're going to kill each other, you know, in the next day or so. So it's a great epic ride, man. You're going to like this one.
Super cool. His character, like, his name's Kit. I'm calling him Jon Snow. And when you play a character, people sort of become the character. Do you feel like, do people still call you any of your character names?
All of them.
All of them?
Adebisi. This is New York, man. This is what I'm known as. This is where I jumped off. And Mr. Echo, Majestic, all of the characters I created, that's how people label you. And you know, it's just a testament to the job that you do. It resonates so much that they don't even care about you. They're just like the character, you know. So always in New York, I'm always going to be known as Adebisi. And to me, it's all love. You know what I mean? It just shows that they're feeling you.
Do you have a preference of like when after you play a character, you play so many iconic roles, do you have a preference of one your favorite or one not your favorite or least favorite?
Adebisi, you know, that's the one that jumped off. And to be quite honest with you, pretty much every job that I get is based, you know, it's people that have been a fan of that show, of that performance, and so that would have to be one of my favorites, you know, because I was filling that role, and I was fortunately working with people that were creative enough to let me just express myself fully without any curtailment. So that's why we ended up getting such a great product, not only character but a show. So that would be one of the my favorites. But they're all, you know, they've all got their little soft spot for me. I love playing Mr. Echo. You know, he has a very spiritual side to him, even though he was, you know, cold-blooded when he needed to be, you know. Majestic, that wouldn't be one of my favorites, simply because I was in a very good place in my life, and the guy is very dark, you know, but I enjoyed being a part of the movie and watching it. But you know, as a character, it was a little grimy for me where I was at, you know, darkness, you know. But that has
to be hard to be able to go to such a dark place. And when you know, if you have first world problems, life's amazing. Like, and then you got to go to a dark place. That's hard. That's
why I took Lost. You know, I'm like, you know what? I need to go sit on the beach for a year just to cleanse myself. And to be quite honest, that's why, you know, I'm doing Annie, because I did a really intense job with Pompeii. It was very intense, from the training, the character. You know, you're a killer in an arena, and so we trained for 6 weeks. For 4 hours a day, you know what I mean, training, and we were on, we had a nutritionist who was putting us on 1,800 calories a day, and you know, and day in, day out, you're doing fight training, so you're doing that for 4.5 months. You need a little giggle, you need to loosen up, a little lighthearted side, and that's where Annie comes in, working with the great little talent in the 10-year-old. Quvenzhané, she's, you know, phenomenal, and you know, Jamie Foxx, you know, just having a good time on that, man.
Cool. It seemed like that was really fun. I saw a lot of pictures online. And it seems pretty fun.
You didn't see any of me making a fool of myself.
I did not see. No. I saw the dancing ones.
I kind of scratched all those ones.
Now, you mentioned a lot of the fight scene, the fight preparation. Were there any accidents when you do that? Because I know a lot of times people get, when you're fighting and you're acting, but stuff happens. Did anything like that happen?
You know what? The fact that it didn't happen a lot was a testament to the preparation.
There's a key word.
You're always going to get nooks and cracks, and I got scars and scratches, but nothing, you know, nothing serious. I mean, You know, and that was, you know, Paul W.S. Anderson, who was the director, and Jeremy Bolt, who had a very specific vision for the movie. And when they were casting it, they didn't just want actors that were aesthetically pleasing in how they looked. They wanted you to be able to perform these very intricate, very dangerous fight sequences. And you know, you have to remember, we were chained up as well. And some of the weapons, people don't realize they're very heavy. They're like 20 pounds an axe. So you got to be very strong to be able to be wielding that. And the training really helped. But yeah, I mean, I know I clobbered Kit once or twice. I can show you that he clobbered me once or twice. You know, I got, you know, cuts and bruises on my legs and arms, but it's all part and parcel, man. Yeah. You know, and when you see the end result, you're like, all right, I'll take a little scratch for that. Yeah.
Now, you were in shape. You have a nutritionist, the 1,800 calorie diet. Yeah. So you're in the best shape of your life. And I saw Kit's cut up. How do the ladies respond to the physique?
So it's a gladiator, man. I mean, you know, you got to bring the beef. You got to ask the ladies that, really. You know, I mean, ultimately, you know, we as men are wearing things that only women should be wearing. And,
especially those gladiator movies, they be wearing like leather straps.
Yeah, you can't cheat that. You got to bring the beef, and you know, they'll tell you if they like it or not. Yeah. But I think they'll like this. I mean, as you said, Kit looks phenomenal. You know, I got us in good shape, and the acting, you know, the characters are great. So it's all there.
Now, you had blonde eyebrows for Thor. What was that process like? Like when you're sitting in hair and makeup, what do you guys do for all that time?
Oh, it was crazy, I'll be honest with you, because when we did the character, you know, Marvel really know what they're doing. They have very specific vision about their characters in the world. So you know, it's a real pleasure to turn up and just be serviced. So they knew what you were going to look like. I had ideas, but it evolved. So as the days were going by, I'd have the nose, and then the ears would come out, and then the eyebrows would be blonde, and then the hair was blonde, and then, oh, the eyes are blue, and so you create this really intriguing look. And I gotta be honest, I've never seen a look like that on screen, and you know, it freaked me out when I looked in, especially when you put the blue eyes in. It's very sort of like jarring, you know, but piercing, but very regal. So I think they created this really original looking, I mean, dark elf, and I think Algren put the dark in the elf. Yeah, I think he really did, you know.
Now, Idris, who's also in the movie, just got nominated for 2 Golden Globes earlier. What do you think about that? You think about the emergence of Black Hollywood? This is the year of Black film.
I hope it's the beginning of a new wave of Black expression. You know, I would hate to think, oh, this is the year. No, I mean, this is the culmination of many seeds that have been planted over many years. And now it's coming from both sides, from behind the camera, from in front of the camera, and from in the seats, because the audience is also having a voice. Because you can tell that from Best Man, Holiday, films like this. It's showing that we have an economic base, and it's the reason I'm here now today. You know, we're showing our relevance in all sides. So I think it's great. The more faces we see on screen, the better it is for all of us. For you to interview, for me, more projects, more power to it. You know?
And I guess one of my last questions would be, as a working Black actor, what sort of advice do you give for some of your Black acting friends who are not getting as many roles as you are?
You know, you got to keep at it. And you know, I was talking to an actor the other day, and he was saying, you know, how do you cope with the drought? And I'm like, you know, you get up and go where you can get it. And if you can't get it, you create it. I mean, today's world, you can literally create your own movie in half an hour. You know, and you have digital input and outlet that you can reach your own audience, you know, with all this social media. So you don't really have to rely on the system. You know, the classic is Tyler Perry has done his own thing, and it's, people see him now, but you have to remember where he started, in his living room, making his own films, and built his audience from there. So I would always say to actors, aspiring actors, directors, you know, if you can't make headway where you are, like where I was in England, I came to America. You gotta go where you can, and if you can't do that, do it yourself, man. Pick up a camera, write the script, get some friends, and shoot it, and put it out there. And that's how you do it.
Now I hear you're really big on Twitter. Are you also on Instagram?
Nope. You know what? I'm old school. Twitter's, I just got my head around that. I'm still, you know, Twitter's about the only way that you would reach me on there.
Okay. Well, super cool. Well, thank you very much for stopping by, man. I can't wait to see Pompeii. Man. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You always, man.
Boom. No Judgment Zone. We out.
Pick a number.
The number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a color.
Orange.
O-R-A-N-G-E. Pick another color.
Green.
Green. What was your worst dating experience?
My worst dating experience when I was on a date with this young lady, and she wouldn't let me go. Like she was like, no, you can't leave, you can't leave. And she said, if you leave, I'm gonna bash all the windows in your apartment. And it was crazy. And she had a son named I Kill.
No, she didn't.
I swear to God, her son's name was I Kill.
What's up, people? This is Adewale, and you're watching Global Grind TV. Check out my new movie. Comes out February 2014.
Fake account. So see my pictures, then do that. That's cool.
So you're saying that the other girl is
probably because she sees every fucking.
Who would it be? Oh, that was so. That's the best question ever.